Stocks are on the back foot this morning. What does that mean? Well, if you think of somebody on their back foot, they could potentially push forward. So it seems like stocks may just be temporarily weak. We'll have to see how that plays out. And as I speak to you right now, the Dow is actually just above the flat line by about a tenth of a percent. The S&P is down by the same amount. The Nasdaq and the Russell are down 0.25%. Pushing the Nasdaq is news from the Financial Times that Amazon Web Services has halted orders of NVIDIA super chips, which is hitting NVIDIA. That's a story again out of the Financial Times. We also got some protectionist remarks out of Janet Yellen, which is a little bit out of character. She said that China's industrial practices require a global pushback, and is obviously talking to U.S. allies to help fight against these industrial practices that she wasn't specific about. Yields are down a little bit. The 2-year is unchanged. The 5-year is down 4. The 10-year is down 4. The 30-year is down 4. 10 years at about 440 right now. 210's inversion getting worse. -42 versus -38 where it was yesterday. Now, Fed speak today could affect yields, and those who have already spoken include Richmond Fed President Thomas Barkin, Fed Governor Christopher Waller, New York Fed President John Williams, Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic, and Fed Vice Chair for Supervision Michael Barr. Still to come, Boston Fed President Susan Collins and Cleveland Fed President Loretta Mester. And for good measure, you can throw Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey in there as well. He's speaking later today. The dollar is weaker again, probably off of those weaker yields. And again, that Fed speak could affect the dollar going forward, and the dollar could affect the commodities markets. The hard commodities had a negative start today, except for copper, which is up 0.5%. Gold and silver are lower. Crude is lower, although gold and silver seem like they're trying to push above the flat line as I speak to you right now. So keep an eye on that. The dollar is stronger against the yen, by the way, not unusual lately. Looking ahead, earnings today, we have 7 companies reporting with $1 billion in market cap, including Toll Brothers, the home builder, and Urban Outfitters. Tomorrow before the open, 14 companies with $1 billion or more in market cap reporting, including Analog Devices, and then some important retail names like TJX, Target's a big one, Williams-Sonoma, and PDD Holdings out of China. Data tonight, Japanese machine orders. Tomorrow, UK inflation data, a speech by ECB President Christine Lagarde, and the FOMC minutes from the last meeting in the US.